You know how you get the app on the phone and it shows up, the daily devotional? Well, guess what I got this morning, as I knew that I was going to be sharing this with you. So I'd like to just take a few seconds to read this to you, okay? It's by Max Lucado, and it says, books, just like a child, can be misplaced, mishandled, mistaken, or they can be discovered, treasured, and celebrated. Every book, just like a child, is an exciting adventure awaiting its partakers. When love and acceptance are present, the depth of a child springs forth with the richness of a hidden waterfall. Viewing a child as a marvelous adventure book gives freedom and space for all to enjoy the trip. Makes you want to join a book club, doesn't it? I share this with you because for those of you who know, Bart and I were saved last August. It's been a year. Yeah. We're very new. We're still trying to figure out the Bible. And I remember that one of the reasons that we wanted to come to this church, we were looking at different churches, and what was important for us was a church that would offer children's ministry, because we were not in position to teach our children about the Lord, even though He has been in my heart all my life. And when we came here, and there was a parent meeting, all I knew was I wanted to just learn and grow in every direction that I could, even though I didn't know how to do it. And I was just going to trust the Lord to take me. And when there was a parent meeting the last time and there was an opportunity for us to enroll to serve in the children's ministry, I still didn't know what that looked like because I had never been there, let alone teaching a verse, right? And Stacy, bless her heart, she is such an amazing children's ministry. I don't even know the title of the person, right? The director. She gave us everything, the curriculum that we would need, in the middle of the week. And all I knew was I was just going to go in there and I was going to do what would please the Lord. And I knew that He was smiling, even though I was stumbling. But kids didn't know, right? And it made me realize, and in my own selfish way, and I didn't know what Pastor Matt's sermon was going to be about today, but I was thinking this, and I thought, in my own little selfish way, I was thinking I didn't want to miss the sermon. I didn't want to miss my learning. Because if you're in the children's ministry, you couldn't be here. And I remember I was asking Pastor Matt, I was emailing, and I was asking, I said, would you please record the sermon so I could catch it? And he did. And thank you for that. And I remember that when I was in the children's ministry for the month, because you're there for a month, I didn't miss the sermon. I didn't miss not being here because I was meant to be there with the kids. And I remembered I wanted to be a good teacher, right? So I would read. So I was, for me, not getting close to the Bible, and that was my wish, how do I keep reading? Well, I had to read what I was going to teach. So I was required to learn so I could teach. So I just want to urge you, I came out from that experience empowered and enriched to give, to serve. And I just want to share this with you because I think that sometimes we don't know what we're missing because we're focused on what we know as opposed to what we don't know. And how many of you agree that the joy of serving is far greater than the joy of receiving? Every single day. And so to be able to serve in the children's ministry, and many of us have children or grandchildren that are in there right now. And my good friend Heidi is out there. She's like, oh, I'm going to miss what you're going to share because I'll be in the children's ministry. I said, yeah, you're going to be serving selflessly. She's like, that's right. And I want to urge you and share that with you. We're going to have a parent meeting in just a little bit. It's an opportunity actually for us to grow, believe it or not, to be able to serve and be with the children and actually teach what we may be uncomfortable doing. So thank you very much for having me share up here. I love you guys.